We've concluded our final sale here at the Pavilion Gardens, Buxton of 2025, and I'm pleased to say that it was a resounding success, with over 73% of the vehicles offered yesterday sold and many more being converted in the provisional deals that are ongoing currently. We had a really busy room on auction day and on viewing day on the Tuesday, and between the room, telephone, internet and commission bidders, we had over 1,300 registered bidders, so a phenomenal amount of bidders registered to partake in the auction across the some 170 cars, 170 lots with a couple of reg plates which were offered. The gross total of the sale was some 2 million in total, so a really strong result for our biggest ever sale here at the Pavilion Gardens. And some of the strong results which I'd like to point out begin with the Sunbeam Tiger. So this was a very, very original car. It was very unmolested. It was bought by the owners in 1979, and it had covered just 10,000 miles from new. So really a once in a lifetime, unrepeatable opportunity to find such a rare and original Sunbeam Tiger, and well deserved to achieve its £54,000 in total. Another strong seller, and again a convertible British car, although a much more modern classic, was the facelift Jaguar XKR. Now this, I believe from memory, was guided in the mid to high teens. It was a low mileage, well looked after example, and was strongly contested both in the room, on the telephone and on the internet. It achieved in the end a total of over £23,000 and was one of the strongest selling Jaguars on the day, so another fantastic result. Another very, very strong result in the current market was the Triumph 2000 Roadster. Now, this had won Best in Show at the NEC within recent years. It had been absolutely exhaustively restored, and it was a beautifully presenting car. So again, had commission bids placed, a telephone bid on it and internet interest on the day. And again, very well deservedly achieved £24,000 in total. Another car that achieved over its top estimate was the Jaguar Mark II. Now, this was one of the most desirable 3.8 manual overdrive cars. It was a nicely restored example, good colour combination too. It was in gunmetal with red leather interior from memory. And that again had bids across all platforms. So it was fiercely contested and in the end achieved a total of some 40,500. Other strong sellers on the day included the Porsche 911 SC. Now this was finished from factory in a special order colour scheme. So it was mocha brown on the exterior, really nice sort of deep bronzy colour, very, very vibrant in the light and in the sunshine. And it had the Pasha interior upholstery, so an interior that I'm a big fan of, very of its time. It'd been comprehensively restored and therefore very well deserved to achieve a total of £46,000 or just over. Another strong seller on the day was the Rolls-Royce 20 horsepower drop-head coupe. So it had Mulliner coachwork from new. It was one of 3 vehicles offered from a prominent collection. It was the Rolls 20, the Silver Ghost and the Chevrolet Corvette, which I'm pleased to say all went off to new homes. But the 20 horsepower was a particular strongly contested lot, and in the end achieved a total of some over £15,000 in total. So again, over its top estimate figure. The final car which I'd like to highlight was the Bentley Azure. Now this was a low mileage car, nice colour combination of dark blue with cream interior. I believe it had spent most of its life on the Isle of Man, that car, hence the low mileage nature of it. And therefore, again, it sold within estimate and achieved a total price of £65,000 in total. Now, if you're still looking to sell your motor car before the end of the year, we do have a final auction down at the Millbrook Proving Ground. So please get in contact with one of the team if you've got a vehicle that you'd like to offer there. Also, if you're interested in purchasing from us, whether that's a motor car or a motorbike, as mentioned, we'll be at Millbrook in December, the first week there. And we'll also be at the National Motorcycle Museum at the end of this month. So we'll be looking forward to hopefully selling lots of motorbikes off to new homes, and look forward to seeing plenty of you at both the National Motorcycle Museum and Millbrook. We'll be back here at Buxton in 2026 as well, which we are very much looking forward to. And I just want to say a final thank you to all vendors who offered their motor cars with us in yesterday's sale, and all the bidders that partook in the auction too. It was so fantastic to see so many familiar faces and lots of new people to H&H as well. Thank you. And if you do want to get in touch with us, you can do it on 01925 210035 or on sales@hnh.co.uk. Thank you.